Hi guys, welcome to the channel. If you're a new subscriber, I welcome you graciously, and if you are one of our OGs, you're the best. You guys rock. Thank you for supporting us, and God bless you. So, in today's video, I'd like to talk about wealth creation and the importance and the significance of wealth creation, and also to give you a few pointers as to where you can bank wealth, like where you can create wealth effortlessly. So first off, I talked to one of my friends who is into real estate, and he gave me a full lecture about wealth creation in the real estate system. And my takeaway from that conversation is that as young people, we need to delve in. We need to invest, we need to go fully if you want to accumulate, if you permit that word, accumulate wealth for generations as a young person. You need to go into investing in real estate. Now you can start with as small as you can, with as little as you can. It wasn't wait until it gets into or runs into millions or billions. There are several places where you could get, even if it's a small parcel of land. So far as we've known it, land, especially where I'm from here in Nigeria, land hardly depreciates, it only increases, it keeps going up and going up in value. So you could say that, let's say for example, you get a portion or a parcel of land for a small amount of money, and then you just let it be. Some people go as far as fencing it, creating walls and all that on it just to secure it anyways. So when you do this, and let's say you just had the small money that you didn't really want to use for anything as of that time, and you don't want to spend it or waste it, like buy clothes, and that could be investment for some people, but most definitely it's not long term, because at some point you will get to those versions of clothes and jewelry will fade out and the new ones coming, and then the circle and all that. So back to the point, when you put in this money in lands and you save it, your land is there, and then for example one day the government decides to do something substantial within that small area. Let's say you bought it for 5,000. I won't be quoting any currencies now, but let's say you bought it for, at least we're all conversant with figures, so we just use figures and numbers. You bought it for 5,000 and you just let it be, forgot about it, probably went into investing in other spaces, and development, like we would say in Nigeria, comes to that area. Maybe an estate wants to build there, maybe government brings in like a big institution around that place. Let's say you had bought this property for like 3 years, and all of a sudden the property you got for 5,000 now goes up in value for 10,000. You didn't have to do much on it. You just had to get your documents right and secure it. That's all you had to do. And it increases in value over time. The money you put in it did not depreciate, it only went up. The only place it might cost you a whole lot is maybe when you want to start building on it. The cost for getting cement, wood, rods, concrete and all that might also just increase. But the value for the land will most definitely increase. I know a friend, maybe one of these days I'll have an interview with him, have a conversation with him over here. and allow him share his wealth of experience with us and teach us even more. He has a huge portfolio in real estate. All he does is just figure out places where development is still low, like places that are not very well open yet. And then all he does is invest in those places. Probably okay, let's put Nigerian Nairas now. Maybe he'll get a parcel of land for 300, 400,000 naira. A small parcel of land. Eventually, he gets to sell it for, maybe he leaves it like 2 years, 3 years. He gets to sell it for like 700, 800. And then he makes a little out of it, goes to the next place, gets small parcels again. Or sometimes he gets to buy even more parcels around the same area, combines it, and it becomes like a huge plot of land, or plots, as the case may be. So land banking, like they call it, is very important. One of the pointers, one of the ways the youths can, make money, the youths can grow. Not necessarily because the risk in it is low. If you look at it from that aspect, the risk in it is low. So you don't have to go maintaining the land. In Nigeria here, sometimes you see some properties where the grasses in it are overgrown, but it's just fenced and there. Probably the owners don't have any use for it as of that point, or maybe they're just land banking. So it is important that as youths we get, or as young persons or young people, we get into the sphere and space of mind where we're not thinking about quick wealth, like wealth you get today and tomorrow, fast, quick wealth. There are also other means of getting quick wealth that are legitimate, right? Let's say you buy a coin, let's say cryptocurrency, and you got it for like the day before yesterday. Let's say you got it for virtually no value, or airdrops, like they call it. You got them for no value, and then all of a sudden 2-3 days later, maybe 1 month later, and you hear that these coins are launching for 50 cents. Let's say you got $1 million worth of it, or 2 million, 10 million worth of these coins, and all of a sudden the coins or the cryptocurrency gets any form of value. That way you'd be making a lot of money from it, right? So there are other forms of wealth creation and wealth making that are legitimate, right? Some of which you could get very fast, others probably not. So that points to the fact that we need to be careful. It is very important that we are careful. You can make a whole lot of money today and tomorrow even lose it. So investment, wealth creation first off, and then investment is also important. How you save, how you improve the value of this wealth you have created. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video thus far, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and help us to like this video. It sends shivers, down the algorithm spine, and helps YouTube understand that this video is very, very educative, and they would also promote it to a lot of people. So while that being said, another means for creation and investing in wealth is when you get, like we were saying earlier in the video, a small parcel of land and you don't have anything to do on it just yet, or you don't want to use it for anything just yet. You could lease it out to someone to use for agricultural purpose, or you could use it for agricultural purpose yourself. You could get corn, maize, plant it there. When it's time to harvest it, you harvest, you sell. That way the property has yielded some income for you. You could plant beans, maybe just any crop that you feel as of that point is what should be planted there by you. You could do that, and when you harvest it, you sell it. It gives more value to the property. It attaches great value to the property. You could rear livestock on that same property. Some people you could just set up a small structure, rear pigs, cows, goats, chickens on it. You sell, and you get investments. You get, your profits, your dividend, your reward from it. So, as young people, there are a lot we could do to create wealth, build wealth, and improve wealth. There are a lot of things. So all of this would serve as drivers, not to, or pointers to tell you that crime may pay or wrongdoings may pay you for a while, a time, but most definitely backfires. And when it backfires, most times people get to lose virtually everything they've gained from the proceeds of crime. So this is a special video I'm dedicating this aspect of the video to advise young people to stay away from crime. Do legitimate business. Do something legitimate. Earn a good living, and you wouldn't have to worry or always have to look over your shoulders who's monitoring you, who's chasing you. So it's a no-brainer for you to go into crime to earn a living or to earn fast wealth. There's wealth in agriculture, there's wealth in real estate. There are a whole lot of things one can do to make money, but we're just limiting today's video in these aspects of agriculture and real estate, right? Probably you could even be a middleman, an agent, a salesperson. You find out spots that are for sale, lands that are for sale, and if you're good with marketing, if you're good with people, you get to meet the landowner, negotiate. Are you going to sell? How much are you selling for? And you take these deals to people who need them. There are people who want to buy land. There are people who want to invest in real estate. So you move out and you get to people. Use your social media. Social media is the power of the youth right now. You use your social media. You talk to people. Oh, there's this property here that is for sale, and the person comes, views it, likes it. Okay, let's say the landowner told you that the property was going to sell for, let's say, 10 million, for example. And with your negotiating power, you negotiate to sell it for 10.5 million or 11 million. And then you come back, you tell the landlord or the owner, and you said, oh, I negotiated this amount, and this is what the money on top should be mine. A good landlord should agree to that because you've already given him the money he bidded for. That way you've earned a living. So you don't need to get into crime. You don't need to stay in crime. If you're already in crime, you can come out. There's money to be made in real estate. You don't want to go into lands and that's primitive for you. Well, there are houses, already built up houses and properties. You get to the agents that are in charge of the housing. You discuss with them, oh, how much is this building for? How much is this apartment for? How much is this flat for? And they tell you we're selling for 20 million. And you go out, look for people who want to buy that building, or who are ready and willing to buy that building for 25 million, 22 million, 21 million, 20.5 million, 20,500,000. And you negotiate, you get your commission, possibly, maybe commission, or even possibly you get the money you put on top of it, and you're good to go. So I'd like to advise our youths, our young people, just get your hands doing something that is positive. Stay away from crime. Become good ambassadors. Give good account of yourself. You can create wealth in agriculture. You can create wealth in real estate. You can create wealth by just negotiating in these both aspects. When you say in terms of agriculture, there's importation and exportation. Exportation particularly. Remember, the small parcel of land you bought and then you planted corn in it, or you planted cashew nuts. Oh, cashew might take a while. We planted tomatoes, beans, ginger. These crops are cash crops. You could take these crops and, gather them in bags, meet the standard requirements for exportation, get a license to export, and export them, and earn in foreign currency. That way, you are creating and investing, and even building more wealth. So wealth creation is endless. When you talk about land and agriculture, it is endless. Do well to give us a like, subscribe if you like this video. If this video has been impactful to you, please do well to share to others so they can learn from it. It's nice having to lecture you on this one. Until we meet on the next one, stay tuned.